like as I did mention earlier on, this is the road. Dundas Street is right out there. We have three parking in the front. We have a big bay window that gives a sneak peek into the space from outside. And then you have this area which, from all indications, if we decide to move in here, this will be the space for where we will set up for church service. As you can see, this is a partition that was put together that was set up as an employee space, as you can see here. So this is a space that two things. It can either be utilized by building up to the ceiling, or it can be taken down to have more space. Which personally, I think that I'd rather it's taken down to have more space to use for up here. And as you can see, there's a young man in there taking a video. All right, so we see an AC unit here, which obviously keeps this place cool in the summertime. And then over here we have an office space. Obviously, this, as you can see, employees only would be for employees. Then this door goes outside. As you can see, out here is parking, and those parking that you can see back there are paid parking. So what I will be doing is I'll be calling the city to see what can be done. So the parking over there is $4, $5 to use for the entire day, $4 to use for, let's say, 3 hours. So we want to be sure on about how we can utilize, if it's possible, if the city will allow us. I see a parking lot way back there, which I believe is a private parking that also we can find whoever that's for and possibly negotiate to see if we can work something out. Just sharing thoughts and options here. So this is the first basement. So there are two basements. This is the first basement. I'm gonna walk down. So when you get to this space, you discover that it's been used before, and as you can see from the floor, there was a partition here, which looks like it was 3 different studios. For background, this space was used as a studio, yoga / workout / studio. So I'm sure they had different rooms for different sessions, and this is the space that was. This is how they utilized that space. And as you can see, they've broken down 2 different walls to make room for. So this is where the ladies have been fasting and praying about, a space where they can do their cooking and make sure that Father's Day they can take care of the gentleman, and on Mother's Day the gentleman will be here, led by Deacon Foster, to prep and clean and make sure and cook and make sure we put a smile on the faces of our ladies. So that's that. All right, so I will keep going here. So this wall can be taken down, as you can see, to make more room, to create a bigger space. Set up here could be utilized, in my estimation, as a space for youth. We can have 2 separate spaces, where one is for youth, one is for a kid space, or 3 spaces. One is youth, one is kid spaces, 2 for kid space. We have a washroom over here, as you can see. All right, it's a no-brainer here. And we have the next space here, which is also labeled as employees room. This can also be utilized for another space for where kids can be, where we can set it up as a daycare, a space for the young ones, mothers that are breastfeeding, if it works. So yeah. So this is the first basement. I am going to make a run upstairs, and hopefully I can take you up to the second basement and give you a little tour. So I'm going to stop videoing, or maybe I should just keep walking. Up the stairs we go. All right, so here we are, back upstairs. So this is basement number 2. And basement number 2 is basically a very simple space. So you have the electrical room, which has a sink here. Don't recommend this room. Anybody comes in here, should we be using the space? And as you can see, people are busy. All right. So this is second washroom here. So there's one washroom on basement in the other basement, and there is this washroom here. So turn the light off. So this is it for this basement. Basically, it's a washroom. Just put it that way. You get down here, it's a washroom, and so all the washrooms are in the basement. So that's also another thing to put in consideration. If both washrooms are in the basement, what that means is that in the event you have somebody that needs help, that has any physical challenges to get down the stairs, it would be difficult for them to want to come here and be a part of what we do here. So this space is not necessarily friendly towards people with disabilities, physical disabilities. So yeah, this is it. Again, this is it, office space, basement number 1. This is the area that you saw in the video, in the pictures. As you can see, people are thinking down there, so that basement basically is just simply for folks that want to take care of business. All right, so here we go. So outside, as you can see, we have about 5 or 6 different buildings here. We have stores here that we have. So that's basically so that's the studio space. And then you have the parking, 2 parking in the front and 1 parking in the back. That is basically for the unit, and then everything else is either we negotiate or we speak to the stores around to be able to use any extra parking beyond 3. So as you can see, so these stores here, you can see the dental office, which mostly will not open on a Sunday. You see these stores that on a Sunday